Cancer. Hi, friends. We're going to take a look to see what your next big breakthrough is and when it's coming and what it's going to be. Take it as it resonates, but also be open minded, y'all. It's a forecast. If what I talk about is relevant to you or it does come up, you'd be best served to take my advice or heed whatever I say. Self-employment, commitment, resourceful, confident, and rewarding. So I don't know, Cancer, for those of you where you run your own business or you are wishing or hoping to run your own business, you may have some sort of a side hustle, like something that you do to make money, or you're just thinking about starting a business. Those odds are going to be very favorable for you. Some of you are very, very skeptical about your ability to actually run this business, to actually be able to do what you do full time. Let me level with you for a moment. July 5th, 2024, I got fired from my job. I was working as a temp for one of the best companies I've ever worked for. I've temped for them twice. I've worked for them full time as a permanent employee one time. All three times, shit just went different. On July 5th, when I got fired, it was after work. There was no explanation that was given. My unemployment was delayed for like 4 months. Just so much happened. But also, here's what did happen. I went from making like $200 a month reading tarot, and like I have a couple other businesses that I run as well. Not much income that I was making, enough to supplement my life, but not enough to take care of it, to being monetized on TikTok, monetized on YouTube, monetized on Facebook. And also seeing my business income increase by like 10 times. And that hasn't changed. And it's been 11 months since I got fired from that job. I've since published a book. I have extended my businesses. I've raised my prices. I've grown my clientele, and I've been able to sustain myself. Don't ever fucking believe that you can't have something, that you can't experience something, that a blessing is beyond you. That the same level of success that you see somebody else experience is something that you can't have, because you can. And that skepticism that you're experiencing, that lack of self-belief that you are having about what you can do for you, and if you are able to run a fucking successful business, even if for you think that's just gonna be content creation, I tell you what, if you think that's what it's gonna be, you better be prepared to run that shit. You gotta show up every fucking day, whether you're running a business or you yourself are the business. If your face is your moneymaker, you gotta be prepared to show up. You gotta stop quitting. The only thing that's separating you from the breakthrough, especially for those of you that are business owners, is feeling and obsessing over what the fuck you don't have and what hasn't yet worked out for you. Who gives a shit? If y'all needed a testimony, Cancer, you could have just asked me. Like, somebody could have just sent me a message. May, I self-published my book. I had to scrape up money to do that because, again, I don't work a job. I don't work for nobody. I run 3 businesses. And it was just like my business income, it didn't tank, but for the first time since I got fired from that job, it dropped. And nobody was reaching out the way that they were. There were fucking crickets when I announced that I published my book. I still sold copies. But people were really, really silent. There was no applause. There was no, nobody had a fucking parade for me because I did something. And my ego went through a series of stages of just like frustration and grief and like, fuck this shit. If I'm going to get to a place where each time I do something different, it results in a tanking of my income, I'm going to work a job and I just won't do shit. Here I am looking at you and you looking at me. I'm going to get paid for posting this on TikTok. I'm going to get paid for posting this on YouTube. I'm going to get paid when I post the status and tell people on Facebook I posted a new video for Cancer. I'm going to sell some readings. I'm going to sell a book just from showing up. Fuck that shit. Quitters don't win, and winners don't fucking quit. Shit. You better get you a book. Messy and Magnetic. This is all about real ass talk about dealing with the fear, the frustration, the delays, like getting the fuck over yourself to the point where you don't allow life in to make you believe that the happiness, the joy, the success, the what you are hoping to give and provide to your family, that changes. It don't stop. You're not stuck. You're not struggling. You're not waiting for breakthrough. Spirit is waiting on you to show the fuck up. To show the fuck up and get over this fear of not being worthy or not being good enough to have or receive what you're hoping for, what you're praying for, what you're working for. Times get hard. Burdens and barriers are present. Sometimes it feels like you have no fucking idea what kind of wall was put to block you between where you're going and where you presently are. But it's just like, where's the window? Can we knock through the wall? Can we scale the wall? Like, can we jump over that motherfucker? What else could you do? What else can you try? What else can you pour into yourself? And I feel for you, my friends, you need to pause. Just take a moment. Take a moment to think. Take a moment to process here, Cancer, about what you have yet to try and how, look, this caterpillar card, it had just totally flipped over as I was shuffling. What opportunities are absolutely available to you that you may be missing out on at this time? Mini mask, authentic self, dragon's horde, protecting the future, heart, home, compassion. You need to have a little fucking compassion for your goddamn self. You might be like, girl, what the fuck you talking about? Compassion for myself. Compassion for your bad days. Compassion for the days when shit don't go your fucking way. Compassion for the periods of time where you can't tell if you're being punished or blessed or if this is peace or bliss or what the fuck is happening in between. The compassion looks like being like, all right, self, here we are at the end of another day. I tried my best. Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new opportunity to show up. I don't know what amazing things are going to happen for me while I rest. I don't know how things are going to change. It looks like saying a prayer and letting that shit the fuck go and showing up again anyway. Not being too fucking hard on yourself for throwing a fit every time something doesn't work. And I know I talk so much about people that run businesses because the self-employment card came out. But even for those of you where you work a career, you feel like you ain't got no talent, you feel like you can't do nothing. Y'all see me rolling my eyes? For you too. Who better than you? When's it coming? When's it gonna show up? As soon as you do the work. You don't stop, friends. You never know. You never know. You never know. Love you, bye.